All right, so this is Chronicles. Yeah, so I think the off-white for the sword legs, it's not really working for me. I don't mind some of this this like, you know, tarnished metallic kind of white, but I think what I want to see is I want to see a little bit more like, especially around the blade edges, a bit more of like a mirrored polished metal, so more of a reflective metal. I think that Dimitri is getting there to some degree with some of the spots like here, like some of that kind of feels like that's the case. So yeah, so I think the leg coloring overall is a little bit bland there. And then yeah, so the thing with I think the carapace armor, it's a little too just tan and kind of boring. I think what I was thinking more of was that I wanted to have yeah, so I think the carapace overall is just it's a little too tan. I'm thinking more dark, crusty, instead of like light sandy. I mean, I'm thinking less desert. And then the other side here is that the inner parts, I mean, we're thinking more demonic roiling flesh, like demon flesh, right? Like we're talking reds, a little bit more bolder reds, fleshy color, you know, that kind of thing. A little bit more horror on the inside of that. I think the other thing that I was hoping to get out of the fine detail pass was that we were supposed to get more carapace like noise. And right here, I'm not with the level of noise that we have on the carapace. That's not what I was envisioning. So just kind of a reminder there, I think. Yeah, so I mean here, this the noise is what I really like out of this, right? Like you can see it on his crusty claw action, you know. So that's what I'm hoping that some of our carapace will actually become. So in that style, since we're pretty much getting to the coloring part. Some positive feedback. I like the blue eyes. I think the red eye the blue eyes are great. I like that they have an icy kind of stare to them. Pretty great there. The red eye, I'm thinking more Eye of Sauron. So in regards to the tentacle colors, they're also a little bland in their coloring. I was thinking more inky, rolling kind of darkness. And especially with I think with the stabby claw bits. I'm thinking again that like very high polished silverish mirror kind of claw thing. So I think that those will be more accented when they're coming off of the darker tentacles. I mean, the tongue is fantastic. The dripping saliva is fantastic. It's great. I think I really like the I think it's a knit, but I like the overall the fleshy bits for the teeth on the sides. I think here, I don't want to rasterize back layer. I would adjust the teeth to allow the space to be open. So I'd probably pull the teeth, like a couple of these teeth down and push those teeth up a little bit, or maybe we can pull the eye down a little bit if we want. I'll let him figure out if he wants to do that. And then, yeah. One other small detail that didn't come across from the last couple of rounds of feedback was that these claw legs are basically almost duplicated, right? If I'm looking at this correctly?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, so I wanted them to be a little bit more just etched slightly differently to show that they've been battle worn. You know who we haven't looked at? We haven't looked at Godfather's version yet. We should probably look at that. I like the design he's got going with these. Like these could be like flaming wings, plasma wings, perhaps.
That's my thought.
I like that he's got he's missing the details of the living lab cloak with the eyes. I'd like to see the eyes. They can be in here, maybe like, you know, maybe we could see some slightly sideways eyes, maybe something like this. Not in my awfulness. But yeah, no, you get the sense for it. Because then
green is never meant to be designed.
Nope, it is not. But it certainly shows one hell of a shape. So yeah, maybe we could incorporate those into the flaming bits. So that would be one piece of feedback. Also interesting. I like how he's got this design here with, so that's hair, right? But it looks like it's like flamey liquid hair, and then he's got the horns in the back to like sort of anchor the head. Also, I like that. That's an interesting design. Yeah, I like it. I like where Gothfather's going with this. So then I think what I would do is I would draw just a tiny bit of inspiration, just a tiny bit, not a lot, of inspiration from some of the design elements with like it can be bone, it can be a fire, like a fire gauntlet of some sorts. But I would draw a little bit of inspiration maybe from some of the interesting noise that we've got in here. I would draw a bit of inspiration from the lab cloak teeth. I don't think they need to be specifically teeth in the same way, but I think I think we should try to create like a fiery mouth, type of thing. Not completely, just that seems to be the direction I've been going with that. And then I'm not a huge fan of the sword. It is what it is, mainly because it's not a soul key. So I think we can spruce that up as a separate design element. But this is good work. I like a lot of the work that's coming across. I think we switched, right, when we looked at the other DrBossKey. We switched his one knee pad aspect, or his knee armor. So it's on the opposite side here for the demon version. And also because it's a sort of mutated demonic version, I'm not tripping over the face too much. And I think that in terms of the eyes, I'd like to see like a demon fiery purplish when we get to that. The keys kind of anchor him a bit on that. So I would say let's do a round of adjustments there that we just talked through, and then we'll get close to the fine lining phase, and then we can go from there, I think.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, that was actually quite pleasant. Thank you very much, Gothfather, for that, and thank you, Zay. Did you have any feedback from your side, Zay?
I like the direction that it's going. I got a little bit of an insight into it a couple days ago when I was in his stream with the fire wings and the inspiration behind it, so it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, felt he should be a fiery demon that was worthy of the DrBossKey.
I am a great diamond boss key. Sorry, I can't myself. I'm like a giant child.